Alright, today we have a review of my new Empire Sniper, and I gotta say, I really do love this gun. It's great. I played with it on Saturday, and it shot darts. What can I tell you? It's great. I'm gonna go over some of the things I liked, didn't like. Actually I should say the biggest problem with it was the bolts, the bolt and pin. You can't really get at it that easily, especially with a big hopper on. I was playing with a big 200 round hopper at the time, and you can't get at the pin. There's like an inch of room, and that's about it. But anyways, once you have it out, you have to be careful because inside here, in the cylinder, there's a little spring and a little ball, like a tiny little ball, and the reason for it, I don't know if you can see, there's like these little grooves on the pin, and it's supposed to keep it in place so that when it's down you can pull it up and it's not going to come out of the bolt, and then you can just slide it back. Well, it doesn't work at all. What ended up happening was I needed to squeegee out my barrel. I pulled the pin right out of the bolts. Out of the end here, out came flying the spring and the little ball, and I lost the little tiny ball that's in there. I did find the spring, however, so that's good. After that, I put it back in. It worked fine. What can you do? You lost it. I contacted Empire. Hopefully they're going to send me another one. It's not a big deal in the grand scheme of things, but it kind of bothered me because that shouldn't happen. What else can I talk about? Shooting the gun is really straightforward. As I say, it's a pump gun. So you pump it and you shoot it. You pump it and you shoot it. Because I've never had a pump gun before, I did what's called double feeding a lot. So I would cock it, and instead of shooting it, I would cock it again. And then there's two balls in here, and then when you shoot, the first ball hits the second ball and breaks, and you have paint flying out of your barrel for a couple shots, which isn't fun because it screws up your shot and it makes it a lot less accurate. That's just me being bad at pumps because I've never had one. If you know how to use it, it will never happen. Like, I went back today and shot, and it never happened. Barrel breaks, as I said, it happens when you double feed or when this gets a little sticky. I got shot there, and the pump arms stuck up a little. And what happened was, when you would cock it, it wouldn't go all the way back, or it wouldn't go all the way forward. So it would get sticky, and there's nothing really you can do. Just work it out a little, and it'll start to get smooth again. One thing, again, that was kind of bad, that I didn't think was going to work, was this ASA. Because it's really loose, and it's it's a good design, but at the same time it's kind of weird the way it works. When I was testing this out, just getting used to pumping and whatnot, it would rub up against my shirt and it would open up. And I was worried that would happen in game, and I was like, well, that's not going to be good. But it didn't, because what happens is this gets pressurized when you hook up a tank, so that it takes quite a bit of force to pull this down and release the air. So that's good. I was really happy about that. The gauge on here is awesome. I had it set to 280, which is the field limit, and it shot 287, 3 shots in a row. 287. I was like, perfect, I'm leaving it there. It's great. The clamping feed neck works awesome. This hopper has a wide feed neck. The hopper I was using has a little skinny feed neck, and it fits both of them just fine. It's great. The auto trigger, which I have on this side, it works really well. I only use it like twice. And one thing about the auto trigger, you have to make sure that you let it go all the way back and forward when you're using that. Otherwise, it's just going to muck up and it's not going to give you your shot. I did use it a couple times. I can pump shoot just as fast as I can use the auto trigger, right? So for me, it wasn't that big of a deal. Like, yeah, it's there, that's nice, whatever. I did end up using the Hitman mod a lot. For me, I get a lot of barrel movement when I cock it back using the pump handle, so I did end up just using the Hitman mod quite a bit, and I really like that. I like that it has that. It made me a lot better of a shot, and it made the balls, I think, in my opinion, go straighter. All in all, great gun. The reg is great. The gauge is great. The barrel, wow. The barrel I had on the gun before this was an 18-inch, so I did lose 6 inches of barrel, but this gun shoots straighter, which is awesome. I don't know how it pulls it off. This barrel is perfect. I love that they give you the barrel backs. They give you 3, which is great. Overall, the gun just shoots awesome. It's a great gun. I think that's about it. I'm also going to go over to this, which is the APP 50-round mini hopper. And I did just recently get this. I tested it out. I used it in the shooting video that's coming up after this. It's great. It's little. It's great. It's really, really light compared to, obviously, the bigger hoppers. And one thing I noticed right off the bat is when you fill it up a lot, the balls have a harder time feeding. I did have to shake it a few times, which is to be expected in a normal gravity feed hopper. There's nothing really you can do. I mean, it's a hopper. Another thing is the lid. It doesn't have a spring, which I don't really care. It doesn't have my other one didn't have a spring on when I first got a hopper. What sucks about it is that when I first got it, this lid, it was really, really loose because of the lip isn't very big, right? So even the force of just shooting the gun would pop the lid off. Now what I've done is added some electrical tape to the rim here, so that when you close it, it stays down really well and it works. I tested it out, shots with it. It doesn't open up. It's good. And you can shake it. It's fine. You can pretty much throw this against a wall and it's good to go now. So that's good. That's about it for my new Empire Sniper. Coming up after this is a shooting video, which the sound is kind of messed up because I was shooting at wood and it's in a basement because it's raining outside. But yeah, besides that, that's what it sounds like sort of in real life. It's kind of higher pitched in the video. But yes, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it and it was informative. Have a nice day.